Nicole Mary Kidman AC is an Australian-American actress and producer. She has won many awards including an Academy Award, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 5 Golden Globe Awards, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. She was listed among the highest paid actresses in the world in 2006, 2018, and 2019. Time magazine twice named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world, in 2004 and 2018.
Kidman began her acting career in Australia with the 1983 films Bush Christmas and BMX Bandits. Her breakthrough came in 1989 with the thriller film Dead Calm and the miniseries Bangkok Hilton. In 1990, she made her Hollywood debut in the racing film Days of Thunder, opposite Tom Cruise. She went on to achieve wider recognition with lead roles in Fire and Away, Batman Forever, To Die For, and Eyes Wide Shut. Kidman won the Academy Award for Best Actress for portraying the writer Virginia Woolf in the drama The Hours. Her other Oscar-nominated roles were as a courtesan in the musical Moulin Rouge and emotionally troubled mothers in the dramas Rabbit Hole and Lion.
Kidman's other film credits include The Others, Cold Mountain, Dogville, Birth, Australia, The Paperboy, Paddington, Destroyer, Aquaman, and Bombshell. Her television roles include 2 projects for HBO, the biopic Hemingway and Gellhorn and the drama series Big Little Lies. The latter earned Kidman the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in Outstanding Limited Series.
Kidman has been a Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF since 1994 and for UNIFEM since 2006. In 2006, she was appointed Companion of the Order of Australia. Since she was born to Australian parents in Hawaii, Kidman has dual citizenship of Australia and the United States. In 2010, she founded the production company Blossom Films. She has been married to singer Keith Urban since 2006, and was earlier married to Tom Cruise.
Kidman was born June 20, 1967, in Honolulu, Hawaii, while her Australian parents were temporarily in the United States on student visas. Her mother, Janelle N., is a nursing instructor who edited her husband's books and was a member of the Women's Electoral Lobby. Her father was Anthony Kidman, a biochemist, clinical psychologist, and author. Kidman's ancestry includes Irish and Scottish heritage.
Being born in Hawaii, she was given the Hawaiian name Haklani, meaning heavenly star. The inspiration came from a baby elephant born around the same time at the Honolulu Zoo.
At the time of Kidman's birth, her father was a graduate student at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He became a visiting fellow at the National Institute of Mental Health of the United States. Opposed to the war in Vietnam, Kidman's parents participated in anti-war protests while living in Washington, D.C. The family returned to Australia when Kidman was 4 and her mother now lives on Sydney's North Shore. Kidman has a younger sister, Antonia Kidman, a journalist and TV presenter.
Kidman grew up in Sydney and attended Lane Cove Public School and North Sydney Girls High School. She was enrolled in ballet at 3 and showed her natural talent for acting in her primary and high school years. She says that she was first inspired to become an actress upon seeing Margaret Hamilton's performance as the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. Kidman has revealed that she was timid as a child, saying, "I am very shy, really shy. I even had a stutter as a kid, which I slowly got over, but I still regress into that shyness. So I don't like walking into a crowded restaurant by myself. I don't like going to a party by myself."
She initially studied at the Phillip Street Theatre in Sydney, alongside Naomi Watts, who had attended the same high school. She also attended the Australian Theatre for Young People. Here she took up drama, mime, and performing in her teens, finding acting to be a refuge. Owing to her fair skin and naturally red hair, the Australian Sun forced the young Kidman to rehearse in halls of the theatre. A regular at the Phillip Street Theatre, she received praise and encouragement to pursue acting full-time.
In 1983, aged 16, Kidman made her film debut in a remake of the Australian holiday season favourite Bush Christmas. By the end of 1983, she had a supporting role in the television series 5 Mile Creek. In 1984, her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, which caused Kidman to halt her acting work temporarily while she studied massage so she could help her mother with physical therapy. She began gaining popularity in the mid-1980s after appearing in several film roles, including BMX Bandits, Watch the Shadows Dance, and the romantic comedy Wind Rider, which earned Kidman attention due to her racy scenes. Also during the decade, she appeared in several Australian productions, including the soap opera A Country Practice and the 1987 miniseries Vietnam. She also made guest appearances on Australian television programs and TV movies.
In 1988, Kidman appeared in Emerald City, based on the play of the same name. The Australian film earned her an Australian Film Institute Award for Best Supporting Actress. Kidman next starred with Sam Neill in Dead Calm as Rhea Engren, playing the wife of a naval officer. The thriller brought Kidman to international recognition. Variety commented, "Throughout the film, Kidman is excellent. She gives the character of Ray real tenacity and energy." Meanwhile, critic Roger Ebert noted the excellent chemistry between the leads, stating, "Kidman and Zayn do generate real, palpable hatred in their scenes together." She followed that up with the Australian miniseries Bangkok to Hilton. She next moved on to star alongside her then-boyfriend and future husband, Tom Cruise, in the 1990 auto racing film Days of Thunder, as a young doctor who falls in love with a NASCAR driver. It is Kidman's American debut and was among the highest-grossing films of the year.
In 1991, she co-starred with Tandy Newton and former classmate Naomi Watts in the Australian independent film Flirting. They portrayed high school girls in this coming-of-age story, which won the Australian Film Institute Award for Best Film. That same year, her work in the film Billy Bathgate earned Kidman her first Golden Globe Award nomination, for Best Supporting Actress. The New York Times, in its film review, called her a beauty with, it seems, a sense of humor. The following year, she and Cruise re-teamed for Ron Howard's Irish epic Far and Away, which was a modest critical and commercial success. In 1993, she starred in the thriller Malice opposite Alec Baldwin and the drama My Life opposite Michael Keaton.
In 1995, Kidman played Dr. Chase Meridian, the damsel in distress, in the superhero film Batman Forever, opposite Val Kilmer as the film's title character. The same year, she starred in Gus Van Sant's critically acclaimed dark comedy To Die For, in which she played the murderous newscaster Suzanne Stone. Of Kidman's Golden Globe Award-winning performance, Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle said brings to the role layers of meaning, intention and impulse. Telling her story in close-up, as she does throughout the film, Kidman lets you see the calculation, the wheels turning, the transparent efforts to charm that succeed in charming all the same. Kidman next appeared, alongside Barbara Hershey and John Malkovich, in The Portrait of a Lady, based on the novel of the same name, and starred in The Peacemaker as White House nuclear expert Dr. Julia Kelly, opposite George Clooney. The latter film grossed $110 million worldwide. Kidman starred in comedy Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock as two witch sisters who face a curse which threatens to prevent them ever finding lasting love. While the film opened atop the chart on its North American opening weekend, it flopped at the box office. She returned to her work on stage the same year in the David Hare play The Blue Room, which opened in London.
In 1999, Kidman reunited with then-husband, Tom Cruise, to portray a Manhattan couple on a sexual odyssey, in Eyes Wide Shut, the final film of director Stanley Kubrick. It was subject to censorship controversies due to the explicit nature of its sex scenes. After a brief hiatus and a highly publicized divorce from Cruise, Kidman returned to the screen to play a mail-order bride in the British-American drama Birthday Girl. In 2001, Kidman played the cabaret actress and courtesan Satine in Baz Luhrmann's musical Moulin Rouge, opposite Ewan McGregor. Her performance and her singing received positive reviews. Paul Clinton of CNN.com called it her best work since To Die For, and wrote is smoldering and stunning as Satine. She moves with total confidence throughout the film. Kidman seems to specialize in Ice Queen characters, but with Satine, she allows herself to Just a bit. Subsequently, Kidman received her second Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, as well as many other acting awards and nominations. She also received her first Academy Award nomination for Best Actress.
Kidman also starred in Alejandro Amenabar's horror film The Others, as Grace Stewart, a mother living in the Channel Islands during World War II who suspects her house is haunted. Grossing over $210 million worldwide, the film also earned several Goya Award nominations, including a Best Actress nomination for Kidman. She received her second BAFTA Award and fifth Golden Globe Award nominations. Roger Ebert commented that Alejandro Amenabar has the patience to create a languorous, dreamy atmosphere, and Nicole Kidman succeeds in convincing us that she is a normal person in a disturbing situation, and not just a standard-issue horror movie hysteric. Kidman was named the world's most beautiful person by People magazine.
In 2002, Kidman won critical praise for her portrayal of Virginia Woolf in Stephen Daldry's The Hours, which stars Meryl Streep and Julianne Moore. Kidman famously wore prosthetics that were applied to her nose, making her almost unrecognizable, playing the author during her time in 1920s England, and her bouts with depression and mental illness while trying to write her novel, Mrs. Dalloway. The film earned positive notices and several nominations, including for an Academy Award for Best Picture. The New York Times wrote that Miss Kidman, in a performance of astounding bravery, evokes the savage inner war waged by a brilliant mind against a system of faulty wiring that transmits a searing, crazy static into her brain. Kidman won numerous critics' awards, including her first BAFTA Award, third Golden Globe Award, and the Academy Award for Best Actress. As the first Australian actress to win an Academy Award, Kidman made a teary acceptance speech about the importance of art, even during times of war, saying, "Why do you come to the Academy Awards when the world is in such turmoil? Because art is important. And because you believe in what you do and you want to honor that, and it is a tradition that needs to be upheld."
Following her Oscar win, Kidman appeared in 3 very different films in 2003. The first, a leading role in Dogville, by Danish director Lars von Trier, was an experimental film set on a bare soundstage. Though the film divided critics in the United States, Kidman still earned praise for her performance. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone magazine stated, "Kidman gives the most emotionally bruising performance of her career in Dogville, a movie that never met a cliché it didn't stomp on." The second was an adaptation of Philip Roth's novel The Human Stain, opposite Anthony Hopkins. Her third film was Anthony Minghell's war drama Cold Mountain. Kidman appeared opposite Jude Law and Renee Zellweger, playing Southerner Ada Monroe, who was in love with Law's character and separated by the Civil War. Time magazine wrote, "Kidman takes strength from Ada's plight and grows steadily, literally luminous. Her sculptural pallor gives way to warm radiance in the firelight." The film garnered several award nominations and wins for its actors. Kidman received her 6th Golden Globe Award nomination at the 61st Golden Globe Awards for Best Actress.
In 2004 she appeared in the film Birth, which received controversy over a scene in which Kidman shares a bath with her co-star, 10-year-old Cameron Bright. At a press conference at the Venice Film Festival, Kidman addressed the controversy saying, "It wasn't that I wanted to make a film where I kiss a 10-year-old boy. I wanted to make a film where you understand love." Kidman earned her 7th Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress Motion Picture Drama. That same year, she appeared as a successful producer in the black comedy science fiction film The Stepford Wives, a remake of the 1975 film of the same name, directed by Frank Ounce. In 2005, Kidman appeared opposite Sean Penn in the Sidney Pollack thriller The Interpreter, playing UN translator Sylvia Broom, and with Will Ferrell in the romantic comedy Bewitched, based on the 1960s TV sitcom of the same name. While neither film fared well in the United States, both were international successes. Kidman and Ferrell earned the Razzie Award for Worst Screen Couple.
In conjunction with her success in the film industry, Kidman became the face of the Chanel No. 5 perfume brand. She starred in a campaign of television and print ads with Rodrigo Santoro, directed by Moulin Rouge. Director Baz Luhrmann, to promote the fragrance during the holiday seasons of 2004, 2005, 2006, and 2008. The 3-minute commercial produced for Chanel No. 5 made Kidman the record holder for the most money paid per minute to an actor after she reportedly earned $12 million for the 3-minute advert. During this time, Kidman was also listed as the 45th most powerful celebrity on the 2005 Forbes Celebrity 100 list. She made a reported $14.5 million in 2004 to 2005. On People magazine's list of 2005's highest-paid actresses, Kidman was second behind Julia Roberts, with $16 to $17 million per film price tag. Nintendo in 2007 announced that Kidman would be the new face of Nintendo's advertising campaign for the Nintendo DS game More Brain Training in its European market.
In 2006, Kidman portrayed photographer Diane Arbus in the biographical film Fur, opposite Robert Downey Jr., and lent her voice to the animated film Happy Feet, which grossed over $384 million worldwide. In 2007, she starred in the science fiction movie The Invasion directed by Oliver Hirschbiegel, a remake of the 1956 Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and starred opposite Jennifer Jason Leigh and Jack Black in Noah Baumbach's comedy drama Margot at the Wedding, which earned her a Satellite Award nomination for Best Actress Musical or Comedy. She also starred in the fantasy adventure, The Golden Compass, playing the villainous Marissa Coulter.
In 2008, she reunited with Moulin Rouge. Director Baz Luhrmann in the Australian period film Australia, set in the remote Northern Territory during the Japanese attack on Darwin during World War II. Kidman played opposite Hugh Jackman as an English woman feeling overwhelmed by the continent. The acting was praised and the movie was a box office success worldwide. Kidman appeared in the 2009 Rob Marshall musical 9, portraying the Federico Fellini-like character's muse, Claudia Jensen, with fellow Oscar winners Daniel Day-Lewis, Judi Dench, Marion Cotillard, Penelope Cruz, and Sophia Loren. Kidman, whose screen time was brief compared to the other actresses, performed the musical number Unusual Way, alongside Day-Lewis. The film received several Golden Globe Award and Academy Award nominations, and earned Kidman a 4th Screen Actors Guild Award nomination, as part of the Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture.
In 2010, Kidman starred with Aaron Eckhart in the film adaptation of the Pulitzer Prize-winning play Rabbit Hole, for which she vacated her role in the Woody Allen picture You Will Meet a Tall Dark Stranger. Her portrayal as a grieving mother in the film earned her critical acclaim, and received nominations for the Academy Awards, Golden Globe Awards, and Screen Actors Guild Awards. She lent her voice to a promotional video that Australia used to support its bid to host the 2018 FIFA World Cup. In 2011, she starred alongside Nicolas Cage in director Joel Schumacher's action thriller Trespass, with the stars playing a married couple taken hostage, and appeared with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston in Dennis Dugan's romantic comedy Just Go With It, as a trophy wife.
In 2012, Kidman and Clive Owen starred in the HBO film Hemingway and Gellhorn, and about Ernest Hemingway and his relationship with Martha Gellhorn. And Lee Daniels' adaptation of the Pete Dexter novel, The Paperboy, she portrayed death row groupie Charlotte Bless, and performed sex scenes that she claims not to have remembered until seeing the finished film. The film competed in the 2012 Cannes Film Festival, and Kidman's performance drew nominations for the SAG and the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress, gave Kidman her 2nd Golden Globe Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress and her 10th nomination overall. In 2012, Kidman's audiobook recording of Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse was released at audible.com. Kidman starred as an unstable mother in Park Chan-wook's Stoker, to a positive response and a Saturn Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. In April 2013 she was selected as a member of the main competition jury at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival.
In 2014, Kidman starred in the biographical film Grace of Monaco in the title role that chronicles the 1962 crisis, in which Charles de Gaulle blockaded the tiny principality, angered by Monaco's status as a tax haven for wealthy French subjects, and Kelly's contemplating a Hollywood return to star in Alfred Hitchcock's Marnie. Opening out of competition at the 2014 Cannes Film Festival, the film received largely negative reviews. Kidman also starred in 2 films with Colin Firth that year, the first being the British-Australian historical drama The Railwayman, in which Kidman played an officer's wife. Catherine Monk of the Montreal Gazette said of Kidman's performance, "It's a truly masterful piece of acting that transcends Teplitsky's store-bought framing, but it's Kidman who delivers the biggest surprise. For the first time since her eyebrows turned into solid marble arches, the Australian Oscar winner is truly terrific." Her second film with Firth was the British thriller film Before I Go to Sleep, portraying a car crash survivor with brain damage. She also appeared in the family film Paddington as a villain.
In 2015, Kidman starred in the drama Strangerland, which opened at the 2015 Sundance Film Festival, and then Jason Bateman directed The Family Fawn, produced by Kidman's production company, Blossom Films, which premiered at the 2015 Toronto International Film Festival. In her other 2015 film release, the biographical drama Queen of the Desert, she portrayed writer, traveler, political officer, administrator, and archaeologist Gertrude Bell. Kidman played a district attorney, opposite Julia Roberts and Chiwetel Ejiofor, in the Little Scene film Secret in Their Eyes, a remake of the 2009 Argentine film of the same name, both based on the novel La Pregunta de sus Ojos by author Eduardo Sacheri. After more than 15 years, Kidman returned to the West End in the UK premiere of Photograph 51 at the Noel Coward Theatre. She starred as British scientist Rosalind Franklin, working for the discovery of the structure of DNA, in the production from September 5 to November 21, 2015, directed by Michael Grandage. Her return to the West End was hailed a success, especially after having won an acting award for her portrayal in the play.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.